So my advice to myself and all of you is that we have to really study the Arabic language. We have to recognize what a gift language is, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a lugha. Now in Arabic, lagha, yalghu means to speak, but laghiya means what? Laghiya yalgha. That might be one of the meanings, but there's another meaning for it. What's laghiya? لا تسمع فيها لاغية. Empty talk. Laghiya yalgha is vain, empty talk. So the difference between speaking and vain, empty talk is a kasra or a fatha. Right? And the ayn letter, I mean, this is an ishara, and there's, these are isharat, and isharat are different from established things. All right? I mean, the al-Qawm, they have a big i'tiqad about isharat, but they're debatable points, and I accept that perfectly well. The ayn letter, ayn means the essence. If the ayn letter, if the ayn is maftuha, if it's open, then you're going to be speaking. If it's maksura, you're going to be wasting your life in empty talk. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنَ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. They turn away from laghu. Right? People, high ayn, like an ayn that's maftuha, it's a high thing, they move away from that. Right? And you can see this also in qasata means what? Qasata. وَأَمَّا الْقَاسِطُونَ فَكَانَ لِجَهَنَّمَ حَطَبًا. Yeah, oppressive. But what's qasuta mean? To remove oppression. So the difference between oppression and the removal of oppression is the difference between a fatha and a dhamma. Right? A fatha and a dhamma. And that's very interesting. Right? Again, because oppressors are arrogant, they raise themselves up. Right? They raise themselves up. And it's also qasita. It can be qasita. So in that case, the kasra indicates humility. A just man is a humble man. And then you look at it from other things, qasama, the mean there, which is the masdar word. Qasama means to distribute. And that's what just people do. يَقْسِمُ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. They distribute. And that takes qasawa. You can't be compassionately inclined to one over the other when you're just. So qasa yaqsu means to be hard. So justice is hard by its nature, whereas rahma is not. Rahma is soft. Right? I mean, there's a lot of really amazing things about this language. So, we should be learning the language and then reflecting on the language and reflecting on the Quran. And we should also be taking these meanings out, because these people, to me, they're all like Helen Keller, not being able to symbolize. They've become like animals because they've lost the ability to decode. And we have that ability. I mean, the Muslims, we can make sense of it. They can't make sense of it. We can even make sense of what doesn't make sense. You see, when we see people killing other people and then turning the gun on themselves, right? They don't understand that. What does that mean to us? It's a hadith. لا يدري القاتل لما قتل ولا المقتول لما قتل. It's Sahih Muslim. The one killing doesn't know why he's killing, and the one being killed doesn't know why they're being killed. That is an alama. That's a sign. And we can decode it. It means that we should get ready. We should be prepared. Right? Because these signs are all indicative of an approaching event, which is the Qiyamah. The Yawm al-Qiyamah. And on that day, Allah is going to give speech to everything. Here, we're all veiled. Right? We're veiled. Our hands don't, my hands don't, they're not telling you what I'm doing. that I don't want you to know. My feet aren't telling you what I'm doing that I don't want you to know. Right? My body's not telling you what, my eyes aren't telling you. But on Yawm al-Qiyamah, that's not the case. They start speaking. Right? And that's why we need to take ibrah. Right? There's another word, abara. Right? Abara means to cross over. And ibrah is being able to discern what's being said. In other words, the meaning. You go from the form to the meaning. You're able to go across that bridge, the majaz. Right? You're able to go across that bridge and to take an ibrah. Right? And mu'abbir is the one who's able to take other people from one place to another. He can take them to what's in his mind and explain to them what it is through the bridge of language, which is a great gift, this bridge that Allah has given us. Language, right? Ta'bir, the ability to take people across the bridge so that we move out of the subjective realm into the collective realm of humanity, and then we become bashar. And the bashar is somebody, bashara means to remove bark from a tree, right? Bashara. I mean, why do you think a bashar is called a bashar? Why is a human being called a bashar in Arabic? Skin. We don't have hair. Look at all the animals out there. They're all hidden behind their hair. Right? You don't see animals blush. Right? You don't see them get red with anger. You don't see them, the way that we can display bushra, right? Bushra, which works both ways, but it's from the adad, right? Antonyms that are synographic. This is what we can do, and the Messenger of Allah said, "Bashiru wa la tunaffiru." Be people that go out to people, giving them good tidings, wa la tunaffiru, and don't scare them away. Right? Nufur is to flee from something out of fear, right? Nafara. And Nafir is a group going on a war party. Right? And that's the way people make da'wah now. They're like war party. And there's some characters in England, unbelievable. We don't even have that in America. I mean, these guys are literally out on a war party. And what kind of da'wah is that? It's not bushara, it's not tabshir, it's tanfir. And the Messenger of Allah prohibited that. And Qadi Abu Bakr ibn al-Arabi says the worst thing about the mubtadi' is he has to claim that Allah and His Messenger are in accordance with his misguided beliefs. That's the worst thing about him. That he has the audacity to actually attribute his stupidity to Allah and His Messenger. Anyway.